Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel.
Ain't nobody realer. Sex is like a drug.
So I wasn't planning on filming today, but I figured my makeup's already done. I might as well get some shit done. So anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing a brand new series that I've been reading. And I'm not going to do an in-depth version of what's going on in them, but I just wanted to let you guys know about a new series that I just recently discovered. And it is bomb. So if you want to know about this new series, then let's continue. So this is the series of Dirty. I believe that the series is called Dirty, but anyways, all of them have Dirty like so and so. So anyways, we're just gonna call it the Dirty series. But it is by Jane Diamond, and I discovered this author probably about a couple months ago, and what I was looking for was, I was like, you know what, I want a good writer because I'm so fine with having like cliche endings. I'm so fine with having a cliche story, but I really want like a good writer, and I really want some like good scenes, like, you know what I'm talking about. I want like some good sex scenes. I want like really good eloquent writing. So I was like, okay, let me just see the reviews, and I went on Amazon because that's where I buy all my books now. And so I'm like, hey, and I was just searching, and then I ended up finding her. So anyways, I started with Dirty Like Me, which is the first one. And it was really weird because the way that Jane wrote it was that she wrote the novella first. Okay, so there's Dirty Like Us, which is like a prequel novella, whatever, and I ended up reading that one second, which makes sense because technically this book is first. The novella is 1.5, and this is 1, but she did the 1.5 first. Confusing, but anyway. So I read this one first, and I was like, and then as you get to know the characters and you start discovering like, okay, obviously everyone in the band, because it's a band, is going to end up with their own story. Now, the thing is like, based off of like the characters that you meet and everything like that, I knew who I was going to like. Like, I knew which stories I was going to like. I knew which ones I was probably not going to be a fan of. I knew people that were going to fall in love with who, and it was like, okay, I don't think I'm psychic or anything like that. There is a lot of setup to how certain things are going to happen, but it's just like, okay, yep, that works. And then on top of that, she does have like another series, but it's not even like they're a series, it's just another group of books that are after like the Dirty series, but they're all interconnected, and you do see like these characters again, which I love, because if you fall in love with the characters, you never really want their story to end, right? Like, you want to know, okay, what are they doing 5 years from now? You want to know what they're doing after they have the kid, like, even though there's no story for them, so they can't have their own book per se, but you want to know what's going on, because it's like, these are like real people. Like, it doesn't end just because the person stopped writing in your mind anyways. So anyways, I started with Dirty Like Me, and character in this book from the band is Jesse, and Jesse, like, he's okay, like, he's fine. This is probably the most cliche. Yeah, this one's probably like the most cliche book, I would say, out of all of them, which I was fine with. Like I said, like, I was fine with being cliche. I just wanted a good writer, but definitely a good writer. A lot of great scenes, like A1 scenes. Anyways, so as I was reading the book, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go and follow, read 1 through 6. But then, second book, which is Dirty Like Birdie. These are all thick books, by the way, and I finished all of them, I want to say, within like half a day. If I didn't have work, it would have been half a day, but since I had work, I would be like a day. Dirty Like Birdie. And the thing is like, sometimes I don't like the half of the couple. Like, sometimes I don't like the girl, sometimes I don't like the guy. In this case, I do not like the guy, however, because he's just so controlling, and it's like, it's understandable once you like read about him, but I just was like, you're so annoying. And then she did something that was terrible, and honestly, if you want to do like a more in-depth version of, and me go through all the books and like, let's discuss all that stuff like that, let me down, but apparently I can't speak. let me know down below. But she did something really terrible with Jessa, and I'm still mad about it till this day. And then we have Dirty Like Seth. And that book I was not expecting to like whatsoever. I mean, at all. But it is probably one of my favorites because it is so good. And I had a video and it was characters I wanted to be like. And I should have put her in this category, but I didn't. Her name was Elle. So in the Dirty band, there is one female and her name is Elle. And she ends up falling for like an ex-bandmate that went on drugs and was like a huge druggie and got kicked out of the band, blah, 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 blah. And so anyway, she ends up falling for him and they end up getting together. However, I like how in that book, she is just like, I know he loves me, but I don't know if I'm ready. And I like that because I feel like in a lot of these books, it's like, the author make the girl like really stupid and be like, oh, I don't know if he loves me or not. And it's like, he's buying you roses every single day. Obviously he loves you, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, she's like, I know he loves me. I just don't even know if we're a good couple and blah, blah, blah. And very like logical thinking was going on, very cognitive, logical thinking. And I'm like, I love this, like works for me. Loved it. I would say first book we get out of 10, we're going to do like a 7 out of 10. Second book, we're going to do, even though I hate Birdie, I hate Birdie, we're going to do probably 7 out of 10. Third book, we're going to do an 8.5 out of 10. So in Dirty Like Dylan, I gotta be honest, I did not read that at all. I had no interest. I had bought the book, just like I had bought Dirty Like Seth. However, I bought it because I didn't think I was going to like it, but I wanted to continue the series because I knew that she was a good writer. I had bought it for my Kindle. But then I loved it and I was like, should I buy it? But then I'm like, that's such a waste of money to like, I have it already on Kindle. Just leave it alone, girl. And so then I'm like, okay, I know. I am not gonna like Dirty Like Dylan. I do not care for Dylan whatsoever. He may be hot. They're all said to be hot anyways, but I do not care for Dirty Like Dylan. And so I tried reading it and I think I got to page like honestly 10. And it starts off with being in the female's perspective, and this girl is a brand new like hoe that's entering the scene, and I just was like, no, I don't want to learn anyone new. I do not want to learn anyone new. I want to be with the people that I love already. And so I was like, I don't care about Dylan. I don't care who this girl is at all. And I know that there's some drama in there that's like sounds really, really good and really rich. I could not get into it, and I still can't. Like, I still tried. I tried again like a couple months later, and I was like, nope, I'm up for the count. Maybe, I don't know when I'm ever gonna get into it. I hope I do though, since, you know, money was spent. But anyways, after that, we go to My Beloved, and honestly, I still need to do a video of characters that I would bang, because this guy, he's not number one. He might be number one, but it is. Can we just a moment, please? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Jude is everything. Is everything, literally. And so when I learned about the people from Dirty Like Me, and I was learning about the guys, and like I said, I had no interest in Brody. I had no interest in Dylan whatsoever. Seth wasn't even really talked about, so I never knew Seth was gonna exist. But I knew Jude was gonna be one of the loves of my lives, and I was right. I love Jude. However, the story in itself, not my favorite. And that was disappointing because I love Jude and I feel like I had more potential to be something good. No, it's not bad, but like I just thought this was gonna be like my favorite book of all time because I knew I was gonna love Jude, and I do love him and I did fall for him more, but I did not like the book. And the thing is too is like I love his partner Ronnie as well. I just did not like it. It just was not my favorite. So I would give this book probably like a 7 out of 10. And I thought I was going to give it like a 9 out of 10, but it's like, it's a 7. And like, I feel so bad saying that because I feel like I'm cheating on him, but like, I don't know, love is not enough, clearly. This one's the very last one because Jude is the last. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, yeah. Then we have the very last one. And this one was the surprise kicker because this one, 10 out of 10, recommended. If you don't want to read any of these, or you only want to read one, or whatever the case is, I recommend this one. This one wraps everything up, and you get to see the characters obviously like months after months, because he is the most hardest man to deal with and the hardest couple to like get together finally, because they are the ones who actually knew each other the entire time. Actually, a lot of them knew each other the entire time. Like in the second one, Brody and Jessa knew each other forever since they were children. Jude and Ronnie knew each other since they were in high school, or she was in high school. And Maggie and Zane knew each other for like pretty much his whole career. So they knew each other, but they were the hardest to get together. And this one is actually the thickest book as well. Are you joking? Like, are you kidding? Love him. I recommend this book wholeheartedly. If you don't read any of the other ones, don't read this one. Read this one. I wish I was being paid for this. Read this. When I tell you, Dirty Like Zane is pretty much the therapy you need for why you're attracted to the bad boy, like the biggest player of all time. It's that. It's basically that, because I feel like a lot of people have this whole complex of like the guy that seems like he wants you, but then he will tell you one thing and he'll do another. And this is basically what is happening. Obviously, this is a book, right? It's a fairy tale, but it does explain why like females act the way that they act. And of course, like, you're not like the female character if you're not. I'm not like her at all, but yeah, definitely one for the books. And the scenery, oh my god, like this book is better than, okay, anyways. So yeah, that is the Dirty series. I have also read all of the novellas because hello, I again read them out of numerical hapstance, but I needed to because I could not let these characters go. It was one of those things where it was like, you desperately wanted to be a part of their world. You desperately wanted to be a part of their friend group. You wanted to be in it. You wanted to be one of these characters and like fall in love in this way. And I've always said, like, this is a little bit like probably like trigger warning, but I've always said that if I was a character, and sometimes I feel this way, is like if I was a character and someone right now was like writing me and they would just give me a happy ending and like let my life end there. Like, I'd rather have like 10 like great years than have like 50 okay ones. So, I don't know. Definitely recommend this series. If you guys want to know another recommendation of a series, I will let you know. I got you next month. I will see you guys in the next video.
On my mind, only you can get me right.